everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here then hello, my name is Amy and welcome to my first ever girl talk video. So I have filmed a boy talk version of this, which has already been up on my channel. You probably would have seen it. If you haven't, then I'll make sure it is linked below or it is linked to the end of the video. Excuse me, I'm just chilling. I've got my hair clips in, keeping my hair at my face because it's really annoying me. We're just gonna chill and I'm gonna answer, well, try to answer as best as I can some of your questions that you've sent in. Now there wasn't actually a lot. There was a lot more boy talk ones and not that many girl talk ones, but it doesn't matter, we're going to go through them anyway. Don't you hate it if you put a question box on Instagram, you get so many spam accounts message you like, half of these are spread positive vibes, I bet you would love so and so, say amazing content, what's your favourite thing to eat, great stuff on your feed, or just hi at Amy Coombes. Who does that? Who has time to do that? Where'd you find my thing? Go away. Okay, right, I've got to the actual questions. Okay, someone has said advice for finding your true friend. I think this is something that happens naturally with age. I think especially when you grow up you will find your true friends. I don't know if there is a specific way that I would say, I don't know if there's a specific way that I would say you can definitely find your true friend. I think I found my true friends just by growing up. I moved away. I moved 20 minutes down A Road, so yeah, not far at all. But since doing that I've lost contact with a lot of friends. It doesn't mean to say that they weren't true friends, because I still love them all to bits. But we just don't see each other that much. I don't know, does that mean that they're not true friends? I don't think it does. I don't know what you mean by true friends. I think it depends what age you are. I think if you're in school then it's a lot different, because I don't know, I feel like in school there's a hierarchy, which is crazy to think that that's how people think in school, but there is a hierarchy. There's always the popular kids and the non-popular kids, and I think sometimes people will want to be friends with you because, I don't know, for instance in school, oh, you might have a big house so you have summer parties, or you've got the latest, I don't know, what bags do people collect at school? Juicy Couture bags. Who remembers Juicy Couture bags or Jane Norman carrier bags? Everyone used to love a Jane Norman bag. Oh my god. Oh, that's a throwback. Do you know what I mean? I think if you're in school then, I don't know, I feel like I've started off on a bad foot here. I'm not sure. I think you will learn in time who your true friends are. When you go through a life change, good or bad, whatever it may be, you'll see who's there for you and who's not. And I think it's all a part of growing up. I don't know, if you think people may be using you, I don't know, I just feel like you'd know. If you've got a gut feeling, I feel like maybe you've asked me that question because you've got a feeling that someone is not a true friend, and you want me to tell you what you already know about that person so you can confirm that they're not a true friend. Do you know what I mean? I feel like maybe that's the situation, which I would just say go with your gut. You would know if they're a true friend or not, I think. Oh, that was really bad. Someone has said teenage pregnancy. Obviously I don't have a child, so I've not ever experienced teenage pregnancy, so I can't really say too much on it because I have no experience with it at all, apart from my friends. I've got one. Actually, they weren't teenagers. Were they teenagers? No, they were in their 20s or 19. 19. Oh yeah, maybe 19. Some of my friends have had kids, young. I think she must have been 19 when she had her baby, but I don't see anything wrong with it. If you've got a supportive family and the dad is supportive, or even if he's not supportive, as long as you've got friends and family around you and you're gonna smash it. So I think it's all down to you, really. But I have a lot of friends who have had babies young, and they have all grown up to be absolutely amazing children, and they're amazing mums. And honestly, I love their kids like they're actually my children. I love them all so much. I have so many friends with babies. Like, the babies in my life, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got nearly 10 little babies in my life that are from my friends. Like, how amazing is that? I'm only 25. Yeah, so I think just if it's a choice that you're making and you're, I don't know, I can't really say much on it, but I think it's amazing that you get to bring life into the world no matter what the age, really. Are you on the pill? No, I'm not on the pill. I'm not actually on any contraception. I was on the implant and I loved the implant. I had it for like 9 years. Yeah, I loved that. Didn't have any problems with it whatsoever. What age do you want to get married and have kids? What age do you want to get married and have kids? I don't know. I think I'd like to be married, I would say any time from now onwards, but obviously I'm single, so I would say married probably like 29, 30, but then I think I'm 26 this year and I've not met anyone, so and then I would say a baby no younger than 30. I remember when I was at school and in my leavers book, they were like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Bearing in mind, I left school and I was like 16. I put in 5 years I want to be married with kids, like married and settled down with kids in a house. What? You're joking? Like now, and then I think when I got a bit older I was like, oh no, I'll say like 22, 23 to have a kid. And then I got a bit older and I was like, oh yeah, 24 to have a kid. And then I got a bit older and I was like, yeah, 25, 26, and now I'm 25, 26 in September, and I'm like, yeah, maybe like 30. I personally would quite like to be married before I have a baby. Not for any like religious reason or anything like that. I just don't know, I just want to, I'd want to have time as a married couple before we have a baby, just to enjoy it, because you don't ever get that again, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd say about 30 is my youngest to have a baby now, ideally. I mean, if I met someone and then I fell pregnant, I probably would keep it, but I don't know. Yeah, I'd say about 30. How can I be less self-conscious? Love you. Oh, I love you too. How can I be less self-conscious? Well, for one, I've seen your Instagram. You have nothing to be self-conscious about, but I know it's not all about like how you look, it's like in your head, because don't get me wrong, I am self-conscious about so many things, but I think half the time it's only you who notices anything to be self-conscious about, if you know what I mean. Or if it's just like confidence, maybe you lack confidence, which then makes you feel a bit self-conscious. I think the real trick is to not give a shit. Like, don't give a crap what people think of you. And I know that is so hard to do, and I think from doing YouTube that I've had to learn that so much more, like i.e. when I'm out in public and I've got my camera up and I'm vlogging and I'm talking to myself, or if I'm in Primark and I'm doing a come shop with me and I'm literally talking to the racks of clothing and there's people like looking at me, I do think, oh my god, and then I think, Aim, just do it. Like, you want to do YouTube, you like YouTube, just do it. Like, who cares? Like, for instance, tonight I wanted to get, I'm trying to take my Instagram so much more seriously, and I went to get a picture tonight and there was literally, because it's lockdown, isn't it, that the road's empty, and I wanted the picture in the road. And so when me and my mum went on our dog walk, I like stopped in the road and it was with the sunset. Really cute picture right there. And I was in the middle of the road posing with the sunset, and this like family were on the other side of the road, like walking towards, like literally all just like as if they'd never, do you know what I mean? And I just continued my thing, doing my thing, working my poses, and I was just like, do you know what, I'm just doing me. I know how you feel, because I used to be so shy and conscious. Like, I used to be shy that I would literally walk with my head facing downwards to the floor, because I didn't want people to look at me. I didn't want attention drawn to me. I used to be self-conscious of my birthmark. I used to be self-conscious of my like sticky out teeth. I used to be self-conscious of my sweat patches, which I have a video coming on that, because if you saw on my Instagram, I've got Botox in my armpits. I used to be self-conscious of the cellulite on my thighs, the size of my thighs. Like, there's so many things, and I just think no one else knows what you're self-conscious of. So they're not even noticing it. They're not even aware of the thing that you're self-conscious about, because you're the one who stands in the mirror and like goes that. No one else can see that. Do you know what I mean? And you can't see yourself through someone else's eyes. They'll think that you're this perfect, beautiful girl. They're not seeing anything wrong with you. I just think it's a hard one. It's really hard, but I'm just gonna have another olive. Yeah, it's hard, but if you step out of your comfort zone, push yourself past the point of caring, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, do you know what, I don't care, like, this is me, I love myself. Practice self-love. You need to practice self-love. You need to look in the mirror, and as weird and as strange as it sounds, just be like, you look cute today, like, you look nice, like, I really like my makeup, how I've done it today, I really like my hair's so nice. My hair's not nice, but do you know what I mean? If I tell myself it's nice, I'll manifest it and it will be nice. But like, take loads of pictures. I think doll yourself up how you like to do it. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful, you love yourself, blah blah blah. Take some pictures because you feel beautiful. Then take your makeup off and do the same thing and look in the mirror and say you're stunning, your skin is so clear, your eyebrows are perfect, your eyes are gorgeous, your lips are so plump and perfect. You don't need makeup to look beautiful. Look at you, you're so stunning. Like, say it to yourself. Self-love. It sounds stupid, but you feel better and your brain will start to like hear those things. And I don't know how it works, but it works, okay? There's something in there that triggers something and then you'll start feeling better. But Google it, like how to practice self-love. Okay, someone has said body image. Do you get embarrassed to show your family your weight gain or loss? No, because they're my family and they would never judge me either way. I think there has been a lot of times where my weight has really fluctuated, and I've never felt embarrassed to be around my family or my friends for that matter. I don't think you should be, because your body is yours and you wear it how you're comfortable, whether that's being a bit slimmer, whether it's being a bit thicker. Do you know what I mean? That there's nothing to do with anyone else, and I don't think anyone would judge you. They'd think you're beautiful however you are. Yeah, and if someone says you've lost weight and you were trying to lose weight, take it as a compliment. But I don't think anyone would ever say to you, oh, you've gained weight. Well, actually my mum does. No, she doesn't actually, does she? I'm trying to think, because she's going to watch this and she's like, I don't say that. I feel like she might have said it to me in the past. But if I was gaining weight, she would tell me, because she wouldn't want me to get fat, basically. I wouldn't be ashamed or embarrassed around your friends or family. But if it is obviously something that is bothering you and you are conscious about it, I would speak to like your mum or your dad or whoever you are the closest to in your family, and just say, like, if you've got like a family event coming up, and just say, look, like, can you just like tell everyone not to mention anything because like I really don't want to be brought up? Do you know what I mean? You can just say that and then they can pass on the message, and then, do you know what I mean? If it was something that you really don't want to be brought up, then I'm pretty sure no one would bring it up. I don't know if that helped at all, but I'm trying. Some things are so hard to answer. I wish I had someone else to like back and forth convo with. How to deal with body image and how Instagram influences a perceived body image. Instagram is not real. Instagram is filtered, face tuned. I mean, I've seen people morph their bodies. I don't think you can ever really believe Instagram unless you see videos. Then I don't think you can believe Instagram. But yeah, there is a certain body type that is like heavily shown on Instagram, and don't get me wrong, it is confidence knocking. Like, I think it does just make you think like, oh god, like half the time I'm laying in bed eating some kind of shit food, scrolling through Instagram, I see all these like Australian and American girls in their bikinis in Bali, and I'm like, I should really put this down. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna look like that. But then again, I am never gonna look like that because they're them and I'm me. But in all honesty, I only follow people on Instagram who inspire, motivate, or that I love. So if there are people on your feed and you look at them and you feel shit, unfollow them. Just unfollow them. And I only follow people who really inspire you and promote that body image that you want and that you're happy with. That's all I would say with that. I think it does make you feel like you need to look a certain way, but a lot of the people on Instagram look the same, and I feel like the more unique you are, the more you're going to stand out. But yeah, any negative people that you follow that just make you feel a bit shit about yourself, just unfollow them, because they're half the time they're not going to even notice that you've unfollowed them, or just like mute them so you don't see their stuff. Yeah, I only follow people who promote the same body type that you like and aspire to have. And yeah, because Instagram can be a really dark place where, you know, Brazilian bum lifts and liposuction and lip fillers, Botox, cheek fillers, jaw fillers, like some of the fillers that you can get now is mad. Like, you can literally take like 2 double chins, give them this jaw filler, chin filler, cheek filler, and they've got like the most structured face, and you're like, and then you look in the mirror and be like, oh, like my jaw's not like that. Maybe I need to be slimmer so that my jaw is more out, or maybe I need jaw filler because I can't see my jawline. Do you know what I mean? And it can promote like a lot of negative thoughts. But honestly, just unfollow and just surround your feed with happy, positive rays of sunshine and clouds, and just people that bring you up and that you look at and you're like, oh god, you're amazing. Not people that you look at and you're like, oh god, you're amazing, I'm never going to look like that. Oh my god, my body's so ugly. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't follow anyone like that. I only follow inspirational people that I really look at and just think, wow, I want to be as successful and look like that. How did you deal with your breakup? Any breakup? Love your channel. Thank you very much. I guess this is kind of like boy talk but girl talk. We'll talk about it. How I dealt with it was I grieved it. I grieved it a lot, and then I mean that went on for ages, and then I thought, pick yourself up, come on Amy, like, you're not gonna die like this, get up. And just kept myself busy. I redecorated my bedroom, I just went out everywhere with my mum. Wherever my mum was going, I just tagged along. Spent time with a lot of my family and my friends. I went out a lot and got drunk. Just keep really busy and be surrounded by your friends and family. That is the best advice. time is a healer and everything will get better and everything happens for a reason. But I did touch a lot on breakups in my boy talk, so again I will link that down below and also at the end of this video so that you can go and check that out, because I spoke about it a lot. I got quite emotional and quite deep. So yeah, opinions on stretch marks. I don't really have, well, I do have an opinion, and I don't think there's anything wrong with them at all. My bum is covered in stretch marks, like covered, but I'm not really conscious of them. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Everybody has them, and if you don't, then you're probably a child and you've not grown up yet or hit puberty, or you're just blessed. But I think at one point in your life everybody's going to get a stretch mark or two. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. You can use, obviously, what do they say to put on stretch marks? Bio oil and vitamin E oil. They're really good for scarring and stretch marks. They also say, what is it, coffee? Oh no, that's for cellulite. Coffee scrubs is good for cellulite. Just putting that out there. I've never actually tested it. I want to test it, but you can literally just make one, like buy coffee granules, get some olive oil, mix it up and then scrub. I actually should try that for a video and do it like for a month and see if anything happens. But yes, I don't think there's absolutely anything wrong with stretch marks. Everyone has them. They are so normal. Even like all the big brands are trying to promote like that they're normal. They're not photoshopping them out anymore. They're covering them in glitter. Like, own your stripes. There is nothing wrong with a stretch mark. I don't know anyone who says there is. And if there are, then it's probably like a 13-year-old boy who talks like a chav and has never had a girlfriend and probably never will have a girlfriend if he speaks like that. How tall are you? I am 5'3.5", basically 5'4", but I'm actually technically not, but I basically am. We'll always add on that extra, you know. Comparing yourself to other people and how not to. Again, I would just say that kind of links to that other question, but like everybody is different. So how you look, your best friend's not going to look. They're like your other best friends. Do you know what I mean? If you lined up all your friends, everyone is so different. No one looks the same unless you are a twin. You're not going to look the same as anybody else because you're you and you're unique and you're an individual. So you can't compare. I think it's silly when people do compare. But like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I compare myself to people all the time and I know I shouldn't. And then I like snap out of it and I'm like, you're Amy, you're not them, so you're never going to look like them. You're never going to be them, you're never going to act like them because you're not them. Do you know what I mean? So it is really hard, but I think whenever you find yourself in that situation, just kind of tell yourself like, no, I'm me and you're perfect as you are. What you might look at someone else and be like, oh god, I wish I had her hair. She might look at you and be like, oh, I wish I had her smile. Someone else might look at you and be like, oh, I wish I had her stomach. And then someone else will look at them and be like, oh, I wish I had that. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's going to look at someone and want something that they've got 9 times out of 10. And it's sad that people do that, but everybody does that. So something that you might not be happy with, someone else wants of yours. So I think you just have to, one of those things, so as soon as it comes into your head, just like knock it out your head and think, no, I'm me and I should be grateful for how I am. And again, practice self-love, honestly. Ariana, I don't know how to say her surname, Agitar, on Instagram, you probably know her. She preaches a lot of self-love and I really love her like feed. So she's a good one to go to for like self-love inspirational stuff on Instagram. But if not, just Google it or YouTube. There's so many things on there that you can search up. I think I actually once, when I did come out of my relationship, I did search up a lot of self-love because I was thinking that the only way of healing is maybe like I need to love myself. Yeah, definitely research self-love. How to make friends in your 20s. Hobbies, go out, reach out to people. If there's like someone that you follow on Instagram and you know that they live in the same area as you, why don't you just like message them and be like, hey, like that you think that if you follow them and you think you would get on with them and they live in the same area, why don't you just message them and be like, hey, like, oh my god, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, we should go out for a drink or a coffee sometime. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to say, no, go away. They're probably, that was so weird. They're probably, do you know what I mean? They'll probably message back and be like, oh my god, yeah, that'd be so nice. Yeah, definitely. Or hobbies. If you go and like take up a hobby, you might meet people. At the gym, you could meet people. Work friends. I met all my group of friends that I hang around with now. I met them basically when years and years ago, I got a job at Pandora. And one of the girls who I gave the CV into, she went to my college, and I was friends with her friend at college, and she like said, oh, she's a really nice girl, we should hire her. So then I got hired, and then I obviously got friends with her, and then she invited me out to a festival once, and some of her other friends came, and then I got really good friends with them, and then it went from there. And then next thing I knew, I was added into their WhatsApp group chat, and yeah, it's been about 5 or 6 years now, so mad. Or maybe even longer than that. So I like met one through work, and then the rest I then met through her, which is amazing because they're all just the best girls ever. So yeah, meet people through work. If you've got work friends, like ask them to go out, and reach out to people at hobbies or at the gym, or I think, is there a Plenty of Fish or a Bumble? No, is it Bumble? There's a dating app, but a friend version of it. I can't think what one it is, but you could get that. If you Google it, I'm pretty sure it will come up. If I find it, I'll put it in the description. I'll ask my friend what one it was. But yeah, there's that as well, and I think it just shows up people in the area, and then you can obviously message them, and if you get along, meet up, and there you go, you've got a friend. Okay, I think this is going to be the last one because I know I've been talking for ages because the camera's already cut off on me once. The last one is just, what age do you want kids and how many? So like I said before, I think I would want kids at, ideally in an ideal world, no younger than 30. But obviously I don't know what God's plan is for me. So yeah, no younger than 30. And how many do I want? I would say 3. I'm in like a family of, not a family of 3. Yeah, a family of 3 children. I have 2 brothers. And I just think 3 is like a nice number. You don't have to get a big car. If you want 4 kids, then you've got to get like a big ugly car. Whereas if you've got 3, then you can just have like a nice 5-seater car. Yeah, 3 is the ideal maximum, but obviously I'll be happy with whatever kids I'm dealt. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap the video up there. This is gonna be like an ongoing series. I'm gonna call it something catchy, like Amy Answers or something. If anyone's got any suggestions, then leave that in the comments below, because I did ask the girls, but we just couldn't think of anything. I don't know if we were just having like a moment, but yeah, we didn't really know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna wrap the video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that I gave some advice that was like half decent at least. Obviously I'm not a professional, but this is just what I would say to my friends if we were like in discussion. But yeah, I really hope that you are all well and safe, and all your families are well and safe. Thank you so much for sending all that in to me. It means a lot that you can like confide in me, and you feel like comfortable enough to send me any like topics and stuff like that. And also thank you for just sending in topics in general, because sometimes I have asked in the past and literally I get no response, and I'm like, cool, I'll do a video and sit in silence. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful in one way or another. I will link Boy Talk in the description and at the end of this video, so that you can check that out as well, because that has got a lot of good advice in as well, if I may say so myself. But yeah, I will love and leave you, and see you very shortly for another video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. Goodbye.